Ladies and gentlemen, the series has peaked. We're not going to see any more Gaia from Kavoth anymore. I'm so sad. But we do get to see something very, very exciting here. We get to see Kavoth's set. Yay, Kavoth's set. His opponent today, 1-1, obviously, is the Rapple. And Rapple's playing Uranos here. He gets dealt the Uranos card in this game. Yes, I'm excited. This is a matchup I personally have begun to I've gone through stages. I went through the stage of like working out a very, very specific timing attack, which was super solid, absolutely punished like Uranos players. And then I used said strat and I got a couple of good wins. And then the Uranos players worked out how to defend against it. And I got sad. So I went through this stage of being super happy with Set versus Uranos. Then they worked out how to defend it. And then I got into this thing. Oh, I'm super sad playing Set versus Uranos. But truth be told, right now, I'm back to being happy about playing Set versus Uranos again. I figured out a new cheese. There's two ways to go here for Set, and they're both really, really strong. Neither are really cheeses. So I lied a little bit. You have to play solid to win here with Set. You can go for the cheese of a pre-siege bomb, shifting sands time bomb, timing attack. It does work to some degree, but there are ways to play around it. The next play is a 2 town center play. Now, 2 town center play, you can go with Tar, you can go with Anubis, doesn't really matter. I would probably recommend the Tar most of the time, though Anubis, you can use snakes on your opponent's economy nice and early, harass the Anubite while getting the town center, go into classical fight, and go for a 2 town center with Anubis and Anubites and everything. That can be really, really nice. You do require some good town centers and things like that to work out. Alternatively, you can just go for a classical fight with Anubis, 1 town center. It works really, really well. It depends on how the map is positioned. And on this one, it looks like we're moving into a map with a very, very small amount of food. So this is great for Kavoth's Set. If he's going to be actually trying to play Set in a smart way, not a smart way, in a way where he actually abuses the animals of Set. Abuses or uses the animals of Set more so, because it means that unlike, I mean, you could play Set versus Gaia, for example. Gaia at least has got access to flow control in the classical age, but Uranos doesn't really have a whole lot there. So we'll see how things are going to go. Relics on the map. We do have the Pelt of Argus here with the 6 line of sight for your units. Not a terrible relic, not a great relic. Anvil of Hephaestus here with the minus 10% armory and Dwarven Armory, food, wood, gold cost. Love that one. And the Thundercloud Shawl is an amazing relic at the top there with the Pierce armor reduction. As we do see Tar coming through. And what is that advance here from Kavoth? Is he going for a cheese? Or is he just going for a town center? That's so fast. Is that 348? I think it is. I think it's a 348. He's going for the shifting sand shenanigans. Super, super fast advance. Rapple hasn't even advanced yet. He's going up through Prometheus. This is almost going to be a minute of advance time first. The problem with this strat, and I don't like this strat as Egyptian, as Set. The problem with it is it's very, very simple to play around it. As vision comes through, where do you attack? This one, or this one? Probably this one. But your villagers just jump into the tower and nothing happens. We do see the citizens pushing in here. He gets the path block. Can he get the citizen kill? Yes, he does. He gets the citizen kill and he gets out. I mean, you kind of have to immediately retreat the Pharaoh now, get that back home, because, I mean, you're losing a lot of resources right now. Rapple retreats the citizen away. Lots of problems here for both players right now. What do you do as Rappel? I mean, you have to defend against this Priest Pharaoh harassment in the early stages of the game right now. Kavoth is going for a Town Center here as fast as he humanly can as Prometheus comes in. And he's obviously looking to heroize these oracles here. Promethean offspring need to head off, need to find the town center, and try and get a little bit of harassment. Return fire here as the counter barracks coming up. The counter barracks also coming up over here. Obviously, Kavoth are going to be looking for something to hit in this game. But even after all is said and done, like this isn't going to end the game picking off one citizen. It gives you a bit of an advantage. But it doesn't end the game, especially with your Pharaoh being out of position here. He will be getting some good amounts of damage here onto these units as the citizen tries to join in and pick off some of these animals of Set as the Oracle heroes try and sneak through there onto the Pharaoh as the Terma pops out. Wadjet getting shockwave there as the Oracle heroes trying to get in here to take those out. The Pharaoh going to help out a little bit, picking off as many of these units as he possibly can. Meanwhile, over on this position, the Promethean offspring does come through, going to start harassing the town center over there as the Wadjet goes down, the Pharaoh goes down. Everything else is going to go down. And in the end of the day here, 3 hero oracles fell, which is 3 cost with a Valor. 1 priest fell. 1 priest was free. 1 Pharaoh fell. And the rest was free. So in the end, all that matters here to work out who came out in front, basically, 1 citizen died. And Kavoth had an idle Pharaoh from 3 minutes and 48 seconds until 6 minutes, 7 minutes into the game. Probably 7 minutes into the game. So that's like an idle Pharaoh for 3 minutes and a bit. So who's in front at the end here? You guys tell me. I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't know. Armory coming up for Kavoth. He wants to get a fast second age. The problem is he's got no resources, no food in his main base. He does have a monument to the... no hunt. He does have a monument to the villagers. I don't see a monument to the soldiers here. The Terma looking to harass these villagers. Going to have to retreat back into the town center here as those Terma are coming through to cause some big problems here. A barracks will come up, and that's going to be big, like making some solid amounts of slingers here. Oftentimes, if you're not an Atlantean main, you can kind of get confused about the best way to deal with an Egyptian player making a classical army. Oftentimes, especially the Ptah option, the Ptah angle, oftentimes the best option for the Atlantean player is just to get a town center and go heroic age. You just build a handful of these Terma, get a town center, go heroic age. We see the mana coming up. Rappel, I mean, he knows everything. He knows all the strats. He watches enough games. He's getting the mana. He's going to get the town center. The question is, how deep does he know this? Does he know that slingers are coming out? Is this a fake? It's not. There's a handful coming out. The Pharaoh is now out. Still no monument to the soldiers, which is hurting me more than I'd like to admit, because at the moment, Kavoth 11 favor. That's only 6. That's only going to be 6 hyenas. Though potentially here, Kavoth might just opt in to do the safe, lazy play and make himself Shadoof or something and start the farming. He does have a decent gold mine back here. Because the slingers are going to pop out. It's probably not a bad idea to just drop all 6 of those out onto the Terma. They probably would have killed off more than he would have lost there. Is the town center coming up? Do we see Terma? No. And we do see no. Chef's kiss. How does he know? How does he know? It's like he's played the game. And he knows the matchup. Town center coming up over here for the Rappel. As the Terma going to drop some relics in. And now the next move here for Rappel is very simple. Get your farms down and mass barracks and go Contarius. Contarius here are such a nasty, nasty unit for Set to deal with in this specific position. Contarius, I hate him. I hate him. Can Kavoth work it out though? How is he going to deal with it? Obviously, we have to wait for the boom to happen first. But anyways, Gazelle of Set are being made. Do we see any monuments anywhere? Yes, we do. So effectively, what 2 monuments, if you're at 0 favor and you're spamming Gazelle, which is what Kavoth is at, what 2 monuments means is you can basically afford around about 12 villages on food. Around about 12 villages on food. Like the amount of food you create is eaten about that time. So what is it? It's 6 favor plus 4.5, 10.5. You're getting 10.5 favor a minute at 75. I can't do that math fast enough. Something like 400 food a minute. Villagers gather about 1 food a second with hunt. So 1 villager. I don't know. You do the math. I'm giving up. That's too hard. That's way too hard for me. I tried. I tried and I gave up. But just know that it's around about 10 to 12 villagers. In my experience. It could be less, actually. A good little snipes here. As the slingers just not getting any value, unfortunately. But I think Kavoth is way overgathered the wood here. He needs to figure out another way to go. But it's just not happening. This would have been a perfect map to go like Anubis into like mass monuments with a great hunt here. Just stay one town center, mass monuments, spamming those gazelle out, or giraffe or hippo or whatever. The village is getting cleaned up over here. Let's find another relic. Which one does he find? I click on it. The Ring of Nibelung. What? There's an Auroch here? I love that Rappel makes the effort to come and pick this one up. Is there another one somewhere? There's another one. Why is there an Auroch there? Villagers moving forward to grab this town center. This is smart. We'll see if this is going to work. I think there's a pretty big timing that Kavoth's going to get hit with. Is Rappel starting to put the farms down? Does he have plow? I missed that. Yes, he does have plow. No humpback in the bottom, but some very much needed goats there. As the village is getting pushed back yet again. Do we see Shadoof coming in, or what's the plan? No Shadoof, no upgrades at all for Kavoth. Kavoth is gone from the most economic player, one of the best economic players, to just never getting any upgrades at all. This is what set does to a person. You're like, oh, I gotta be set. I'm set. Let me kill my opponent. Gotta kill him. Cheeky little slinger. What are you doing over here? What are you doing? Little shifting sand shenanigans? There is actually a big counter to this kind of fast heroic kind of thingy that you can do as if you don't use shifting sands, that is. And that is a villager rush. Can be pretty brutal here, but Rappel kind of smartly puts the Hyperion on this town center over here, whether he did it on purpose or not. But generally you'd go after that home town center first. The farm's starting to come up here for Kavoth. He's just piling them up. He's going to need a lot. There's going to need to be a lot of farms here for Kavoth to get himself out of the classical age. He's probably going to go up to 80 villages first. He's probably going to have a lot of problems here, but lots of military barracks coming down here for Rappel, and the Contarius are the unit of choice. No surprises. Palace also coming up in the middle of the map here as well. The Terma joining in. Big shockwave there, but those slingers managed to snipe a medium or a Terma hero there nicely. There's another Terma hero getting sniped down. The Contarius now coming in. Get out of here, slingers, he says. You're not long for this world. So the Destroyers coming out as well for Rapple. Destroyer, Contarius, and Jamino as well already coming in for Rapple as he is just gearing up for a gigantic push. I wouldn't be surprised to see him head to the Mythic Age pretty soon after he gets full pop here as well. This is actually surprises me. We have a comment from the one, the only Yoshi in the chat, and little known fact is that hero Atlantean units do not get affected by line upgrades. Medium infantry, heavy infantry, medium cavalry, medium archers, whatever. They don't get affected by that. They are treated exactly the same as like a Hersir or a priest who get upgrades from aging up. Plus, they also get 15% armor instead of the 10% armor, I believe. I think that's correct. There's no armor here for me to check, but I think it's 15%. Little cheeky watchtowers coming up on this position as Kavoth is fairly certain what's coming for him. Look at all these farms. And he's still got 0 food. This is what I'm talking about. This is like, you can't play set this way. It's so tough. Oh. The Slinger army stands vehemently opposed to the incoming Contarius threat. But he's too scared to do anything about it because these things are going to absolutely... This is going to destroy them. Look at this damage that's about to come through. Click on it, 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 click on it. Okay, spread formation. I like it. Town Center is getting absolutely demolished here. There's mercenary infantry trying to come out and defend this one. It just doesn't. It doesn't work. The Town Center goes down. It just melted. Heavy cavalry, signal fires also coming through for Rapple. Just to add it insult to injury. Up on this position as well, that gate can get broken down. And what can Kavoth really do here? Nephthys has finally clicked up 15 minutes into the game, but I mean, Rapple here, 27 villages, and he's got a trade route that he can start with the market in the top corner. Life is looking very tough. The thing is that Kavoth still has gold. He's still Egyptian, and there is still this possibility that if he gets up to the final age, he can start really enjoying Rhinos of Set, Hippos of Set, and maybe he can hold on here. Rapple going to swing around the bottom of the map. Kavoth with the 16-minute and 25-second hand axe, and or 30-second hand axe, and the 16-minute 32-second pickaxe. A completely standard thing for Set because Set's tough. Set's tough. And obviously here, a desperation defensive ancestors. Meanwhile, Rapple's over here getting himself carpenters. He's already got himself quarry and irrigation. Is Rappel going to pull back? And what else can he do here? But enjoy this town center. Horus coming through for Kavoth. There isn't... Okay, there's 100% a chance for a comeback here. Hecate's coming through, though. I don't know how he's going to be able to survive the Hecate timing. Plus, he's being pushed off this gold mine, so he's only got this one. But... Tornado to kill off the Tartarian gate. Feral to come in. Rhinos are set to push back. And classic... what is this red unit? Okay. And classic Kavoth late game shenanigans. You got to believe. Believe with me, ladies and gentlemen. Don't look at the score. The score is not indicative of anything. It doesn't mean you're playing set. You're always behind on score. Just ignore it, all right? It's fine. Don't worry about it. Bronze shields, heavy archers coming through for Rappel as the Kavoth army swinging up here to take a little bit of a fight. But, I mean, this army is not going to do anything. Oh, I feel so sorry for Kavoth. He's getting put through a lot of pain right now. And he's doing his absolute best to work it out. Migdol Stronghold number 2 coming up to try and get that next gold mine secured. Look at that. Heavy archer. Still no heavy infantry for Rappel, but he gets it literally perfectly there as he just gets the resources for it. Is he killing farms? He's 100% killing farms. All right. Avenger is out, but Chaos is going to come down, right? Cheeky little Tartarian gate up here just to harass that town center while the home town center about to fall. Whoop. And there's the tornado. Onto the Tartarian gate. This is actually not a bad usage. We don't see it very often because normally Tartarian gate actually comes in quite a bit earlier than tornado, but this is a decent usage. Just trade tornado for a Tartarian gate. The problem is you need some priest here still to pick off all the Tartarian spawns that come out because they are strong. As we see hippos. Okay, give off taps out. Oh no, just couldn't make it work. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm gonna level with you. Kavoth came to me. He asked for my advice on this matchup, and I said, don't shifting sands your villagers. You don't shifting sands your pharaoh. It's bad. If you really, really, really want to, at least do it with a 348 advance time. This is not the map to be doing it on. A 348 advance time is perfect for a second hunt pack shifting sands timing attack. Because you can kill it before the mana comes up. So the opponent's villagers walk out there. They've already clicked up to the classical age. They're out on the second hunt. You're shifting sands onto it before the mana comes in. You kill 2 citizens. You walk back home. Nothing changed. You're happy. You killed 2 citizens. Kavoth did get a citizen kill with the shifting sands attack. But you still got to send the pharaoh back home straight afterwards because you just lose so many resources for not having it at home and not being able to produce those animals of set. Resource total wise, it's just, like the attack did nothing. It's still basically the same. And then Zhunk, the economy goes through the roof. An incredibly well played game by Rappel. He read the slinger spam really, really nice. And that be the story. Well played. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next game.